Good sound. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Baruch atah. Ya melech haolam. Watoda rabah. Lakol debarim masha atah har eta lanu. Toda rabah ya. Ki atah hayita itanu. Kasho ananu zaraknu ka lihiyot itanu. Tam shik na ya lahoshienu. Tam shik na ya lihiyot itanu. Tibarek na etamakom haze. Wanaya tibarek na etko hanasiin po. Wagam kane ko hayaladin po wahayaladok po gam kane. Tibarek na et chipte Yisrael. Bako paate haaretz. Na Yahoah Eloheinu. Tishmor na et kulanu. Wagam kane aona tigrom eta masakan le Hitpael lanu. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Giving honor and praise once again to Yah, the creator and the maker of heaven and earth. We call this one here Hebrew lesson number 28, biblical Hebrew and the Hitpael stem. The Hitpael stem is treated in many cases as either the fifth or the seventh stem. All right. So in light of that being called biblical Hebrew, I'm going to ask the brother, all right, go to 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 1. Because if you've been listening from the lessons all the way from before to now, we should have a very good basic groundwork in the language. The verbs, the nouns, feminine, sentence structure, while consecutive, plural, singular, irregularities, so forth and so on. So I'm going to ask the brother, okay, to go to 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 1. And we're going to be using this for the Hebrew, which is the Strong's, the Stone Edition Tanakh. Thank you, Aki.
First Kings chapter 8, verse 1. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes, the chief fathers of children of Israel, to King Solomon in Jerusalem, that they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord to the city of David, which is in Zion.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now, the Hebrew of that verse says the following. All right. Az Yakel Shalomo et Zikne Yisrael et Kar Rashe Hamatot Lisi'e Ha'abot Libne Yisrael El Hamelech Shalomo Yerushalayim Laha'alot et Aron Barit Yodewahe Me'il Dawid Me'ir Dawid He Zion. Now, I want to pinpoint, all right, in this particular aspect, a couple of key words. All right? It says, I want to write this. Hebrew number 28. All right? It says this. As, right? Yakhel. Now, let's understand this aspect right here. The Hebrew word here, Yakhel, right? It means he assembled. Az Yakhel. Biblical Hebrew, the word az means then. The word Yakhel simply means he will assemble. However, as stated in biblical Hebrew, this right here will make the next word into the past tense of it. If we remember the formation, then the future tense, prefix. This is the third person masculine singular. Now, the root of that is this right here. The word quahal. All right? The word quahal means to assemble. There actually was a camp in New York by that name. All right? So just want that to be noted. Az Yakhel. Then it says what? Shalomo et Zikne Yisrael. Et Kal Rashe Hamatot Nisi'e Ha'abot Libne Yisrael El Melech Shalomo Yerushalayim Laha'alot et Aron Barit Yodewahe Me'ir Dawid He Zion. The key word I want to point out too is this word here. Laha'alot. All right? Which is this word right here. Laha'alot. All right? Just put a line through this. Laha'alot. All right, now we remember beginning to biblical Hebrew as stated 20 lessons ago in lesson number 8, we're going to start going in. What I'm saying, I'm hoping is not going to be perceived as, oh, he's going over my head. No, ask any question at all concerning Hebrew. I don't mean to put nobody on blast. Do not ask a question about should you be the mayor. Please, I found it very humorous. Whoever did it, it made me chuckle. But we're going to continue in this aspect. All right? So, and by the way, anyway, moving on. La'alot. This lamed shows it to be its infinitive to whatever. La'athot, to do. All right? It comes initially from the word, this word here. Allah in Hebrew, which means to go up or to ascend. All right? Now, this word right here, Hitpael, as well as the root of ha'alot, both formulate from the Hitpael verb stem. The Hitpael verb stem, okay, is the causative in many cases of the qual stem. All right? So, quahal means what? Gathering or assembly. Hitpael, to cause people to assemble. He assembled. As Hitpael Shalomo. Then Solomon assembled. Now, the ha'alot, if you look at it from the Hitpael form, it's the Hebrew word this. He'elah. All right? And the Hebrew word he'elah, like it's in the Hitpael here, all from the qual to go up or to ascend. This means to cause to go up or to cause to ascend. All right, it's the causative. You find that, okay, we can go, if you will, to the 201. The ayin, the lamed, and the hey. All right? Okay. Hey and la, as stated. If you see this, can this be seen? Right here where my index finger is. Up. All right. Now, to bring up, to raise, and to go up or to rise or to ascend. Can this be seen where my index finger is? So this is the qual, this being what is referred to as the Hitpael. All right. And as we see, he elinu, he elitem. Now, we're not going to deal much with the Hitpael, but I just wanted to go over the biblical Hebrew aspect. All right? So the ha'alot means to cause to ascend or to cause to go up. All right? So just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions about what we've done so far? Okay. So, no, that's not working. We're going to use this. So, just want that hopefully to be noted. All right, so next in the aspect of biblical Hebrew, we went over 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 1, and we went over 2 words in that. That covers the biblical Hebrew lesson for that verse. All right. Next, we have, give me Psalms 19, verse 14. All right. So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. We're in the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 14. All right. Okay, Tom Sheep.
Psalms 19, verse 14. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
Now, that is from Psalms, right? Chapter 19, verse 14. The Hebrew, it says the following. All right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. 19, 20. Okay. You, let our zone imrefi. Wahegyon libi lefanekaya Zuri, where go Ali. Now, this is said after every Shabbat in a congregation such as this. All right? It says what? You. This here. Oh, man. This ain't fully dry. Sorry about that, people. Says what? You, right? Le razon, right? Imbre fi. We say this after every Shabbat, right? Imre fi. Now we're going to expound upon this right here so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. The word yishu, right, comes from the Hebrew root word hayah, which means to be or to exist. So yishu literally means they will be. And now this shows you grammar as well as we go on. Le razon, the lamed showing for or to. Razon, this word right here. All right, we're dealing with biblical Hebrew, so we're not playing, no offense intended. This is the verb, this is the aleph and the bet. Yeah, we move past that. Le razon means for acceptance. Razon from the root word arazah. All right, the word razah means what? To desire or want. Now, you remember what? It's a lamed hey verb. So when you put it in a form from he desired, the root form of that, to acceptable or desired, the hey transforms to a wow. And then you get its noon so feet. This is what we consider what understood as advanced, the Hebraic aspect. All right, like Shabbat means what? Cease. Like day of rest. Shabbat, Shabbaton means complete and absolute rest. The noon, so feet at the end signifies it's being strengthened, it's being magnified. All right, in that particular case, Yishu, they will be, or let it be, all right, or let them be, all right, le razon, for acceptable, for acceptance. And what are we speaking about? In, re, fi. Fi from the word pe means mouth. So fi or pi means my mouth. If we remember, pi my mouth, pi ka your mouth, pi ha her mouth, pi his mouth. We went over that. Imbre fi from the root word what? Amor. The word amor means what? Anybody? To say or to intend. Amarti, I said. All right. So imbre from emir, meaning a saying or a word or a thing of speech. So imbre means what? Words of, sayings of. Imbre hakatam, the sayings of the righteous, or pardon me, the sayings of the wise. So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. You, they will be, let them be, rarazon, for acceptance. What are we speaking about? Imbre, words of, things of. This shows the possession. All right, we have what? Enosh, meaning man or mortal. Anshe, men of. Emer, thing or speech of thing. Imbre, the sayings of or the speech of. Okay, in a loose sense. Sayings, all right, of. That's what that is. Amor, as stated, means to say or to intend. Yishu razon imbre fi. All right? They will be acceptable or for acceptance, because you got the lamed. Imbre, things of. This is pluralized, so in possession. All right? All right, so we just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right? So it could be understood. Imre, so we can gain an understanding. Imre fi, all right, my mouth. Then it says, continuing on, all right, Wehegyon libi. Hegyon, right, means the meditation of or the thought of, all right? Wehegyon fi, pardon me, Wehegyon libi. Now, this word we're going to deal with next, all right? In this particular aspect, all right? This is important for Hebrew speech. without understanding this particular part, knowing how to speak may not be the easiest. All right. Now, next week or so, maybe we can go more in depth in this particular word right here. And it's this word here. All right. Lefaneaka. All right. Meaning what? Lefaneka. Before you or in front of you. Paneka, we went over last time, means what? Face or presence. Your face, your presence. Lefaneka. To your face or to your presence. All right? Imbre fi, where head only be, or the meditation of my heart, lefaneka. Excuse me. All right, so moving along. Lefaneka ya zuri. All right? Where go Ali. Now, what is it saying right here? Zur means what? Rock, fortress, or strength. All right? Zuri, the Esauing, the possession. My rock, my strength. Where go Ali, from the Hebrew root word Ga'al. Lesson 26, we went over Ga'al means what? To redeem. Okay? So, where go Ali and my redeemer. Lefaneka, before you. Lefanai, before me. Lefanayik, before you, when speaking to a female. Lefanaya, when speaking to a male, about a male, before him. All right? Lefaneha, which means what? Before her. Lefanenu, before us. Lefaneken, before you, masculine plural. Lefaneken, before you, feminine plural. Lefanehen, before them, masculine plural. Lefanehen, before them, feminine plural. You must understand that in order to really advance in knowing how to speak. Now, let's drop this lamed off, right? You get panaka. And let's look, the word pana, what does pana mean? Anybody remember? Okay, the word pana, we know what is a lamed verb automatically, right? Pana means to turn. You see this root word in Deuteronomy chapter 3, all right? To turn, pana. Now, your presence is paneka, all right? You also see that in Leviticus 26, my face as the word pana. We went over the form of that being the word panim. Panim means face or presence, all right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. So just want this to be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions or comments concerning what we're going over right now, please? All right. You sure? All right, my friend. So next thing, okay, for us to deal with, because we're going to get into biblical Hebrew. Now, as stated, that is said by Israelites in here and other places, all right, every single Akare Shabbat. So therefore, it should be noted on what we're saying. It's only nice to use the term loosely, okay? As far as it goes down in that particular aspect. So, you means what? They will be. What are they? Imre fi, the sayings of my mouth. It's not yet imre, because that will be he will be. It shows you third person masculine plural, because you in the imre shows this connection grammatically. So just want that to be noted. The next thing we're going to go over, all right, is Isaiah 7:14, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. All right, we call this class here Beginner's Biblical Hebrew. All right, and I'm gonna pick out certain verses and go over them so we can gain an understanding. Hold that. Give me Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. All right, we went Exodus 20, verse 1. All right, we went over this particular aspect in the past. All right, but I want to show biblical Hebrew and how this particular aspect works. All right, you there? Okay, Tom Sheik, thank you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And God spoke all these words, saying, I am Jehovah thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
All right, so we're not going to touch on, like many people may have thought, Deuteronomy 28:68, because we already passed that particular aspect in previous lessons. What we're going to deal with, it says what? God spoke, right? In this particular aspect, all right? Why Daber Elohim, right? Et kol hadbarim ha'eleh, all right? Et kol sorry about that. Need to get it faster to the board in time, but we're moving on. Hadbarim ha'eleh. Now I want to show the grammar in this particular aspect. All right, can it be seen and heard clearly? All right. Wadaber, and he spoke. Yedaber means what? He will speak. From the root word dabar, or daber meaning to speak. So yedaber means he will speak. Now, if you remember, we have what is referred to as the wild consecutive. All right. So in biblical Hebrew, or also known as the wild hakipuk, in biblical Hebrew, you will have it to where this right here becomes in its past tense, as opposed to the normal future tense. Why Daber Elohim? Now, we already went over in several cases, all right? Elohim. Now, in Hebrew grammar, this being masculine singular, the author in the scriptures, the scribes, already knew that the Elohim of Yisrael is a singular entity. However, it seems to be many, according to many, because of the ending of the word im. But we went over mayim, panim, as well as the word betulim, but all betulim means is virginity. All right, so it's showing you the immensity by having the im at the end. The im, pardon me, there's a word for it. Suffix. All right, so this yod mem shows the suffix. You have many people, no offense intended, who will say, you got the cutic yod mem, so that must mean you're wrong. What it means is the immensity of it. Because as stated, betulim means virginity. All right? Panim means face or presence. It shows you the immensity of it. And the fact that this being the noun of it, the verb and the noun in Hebrew always agree with each other. So that way you know exactly how this is going about. This is grammatically correct in Hebrew. Et kol. Et, okay, is used in front of what they use as the definite article or in front of a name of a person. All right, so et kol means specifically. All these is not just saying any of these, it's saying these specific. Definite article or in front of a name of a person. Had barim ha'eleh. All right, had barim ha'eleh. All right, let me make sure about saying. Yeah, ha'eleh. I want to make sure that's the zere. Okay, now let's explain this particular aspect in the box. Now, if you remember before in previous lessons, right? We had ele debarim. These are words. Hadbarim ele. Words of these. However, or dibre ele. Words of these. However, hadbarim ha-ele means these words. Ish tob, a good man. Ha-ish ha-tob, the good man. Ha-ish ha-zeh, this man. Zeh ha-ish. This ish zeh means this is a man. Whereas ha-ish ha-zeh means this man specific. Ha-kohen ha-gadol, the high priest. Kohen gadol, a high priest. Isha toba, a good woman. Ha-isha ha-toba, the good woman. All right? Ha-isha toba, the woman is good. Hadbarim ha'eleh, these words. This is specifically no is or a in this formation right here. So we went over that before in grammar, but I'm just going over this meticulous aspect so it can be gained, known, and understood. Are there any questions about this? All right, so we're going to continue on, all right, in this particular aspect. And the erase is pretty good. Keeps the board clean. All right. So the next thing we got in dealing in this particular aspect is, okay, Isaiah 7:14. If the brother can sit there and read that for edification purposes. All right. 7:14, Soda. Kane, thank you. Kane, I'm she.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Therefore, Jehovah himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
All right, now. All right, so we got what the brother read in Isaiah 7:14. All right, we're going to move on. In the Hebrew, it's the following. All right, Lakem, Yitain Adonahu, Lakem O, Hine Ha'alma, Hara, where you let that be, Wakwarat, Shimo Emmanuel. Now we're going to go over, all right, can I be heard and understood clearly? All right, we're going to go over this particular aspect. All right, and it says this. Lakem. Start this over. I'm sorry, man. Lakem, therefore. All right. Then it says, Yitain Adonai Hu. Yitain, all right. Now, the brother read where it says the Lord himself will give. All right. Yitain means he will give. All right. And it comes, okay, from the root word Natan. All right. Natan being what is referred to as a pay noon verb, because it starts with a noon. So when you put it in the future tense, the noon drops out. So this is why you say yitain and not yin-tain, because the noon drops out. Yitain, he will give. Yitain Adonai Hu. When it says Adonai, it's speaking of the Most High. All right. The word Adon, okay. So you have Adon, which means Lord or Master. All right. Adoni, my Lord or my Master. So when you're saying, like in the book of Joshua, it says the Most High, the Lord of all the earth. It says Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh Adon Kol Ha'aretz in Joshua 5. All right. So Adonai, this showing the I part, showing the immensity of the word Adon, the great Adon, my great Adon. Not saying more than one Lord. This is not my Lord's singular case. And you know that because this is the third person masculine singular. And as stated, Yitain, third person future tense. All right. So singular and singular. So therefore, this by default is also singular. All right. Yitain Adonai Hu, the Lord himself. This who signifies it being specific. All right. So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Yalakim, Yitain Adonahu lakem. All right. All right. And the next word there is Shalakli. Is the word lakem oat. All right. Lakem oat. To you all. Oat in Hebrew means sign. All right, S-I-G-N. The Hebrew word oat, as well as the Hebrew word tau or thou, means sign. But in this particular case, we see the word oat for sign. All right, hu lakem oat. He will give you all a sign. This is how you know Isaiah 7:14 is speaking to more than just one person. All right, when it says the Lord will give you a sign, that you is masculine plural you. Lakem. It doesn't say laka, to you or for you. It says lakem. You plural, to you all. All right? All right? So we got to then see who he was talking to. We'll get to that in a second. All right? Ha'alma, all right? It could be seen. Ha'alma, right? Hara. Now, ha'alma. Now, Ha means the. Alma means what? Young woman. Hara. It's a word meaning to be impregnated. All right? Meaning, in other words, one who has conceived already. So it's basically saying, can I still be heard? Because I know the mic had fell. Can I be heard? Okay, good. Alma Hara, all right? The young woman, she was already pregnated when this prophecy already went forth. All right? Alma Hara, young woman. Now, the key word, not being quote unquote sacrilegious, is this part right here. This is just brackets. All right? This word right here, Betula, means virgin. This word right here, Alma, means young woman. A young woman and a virgin is not interchangeable. There are old women that are virgins. There are young women that are not virgins. In other words, a virgin, in this case, is a female who's never been sexually penetrated. All right? There are old women who have never been with a man sexually. Nah, just older women, regardless. We're going to move on. Now, this word right here, betula, right, means virgin. All right, so I just want that to be noted because you can be, a female can be a na'ara or a young girl or so forth and still not be a betula. So that's a whole nother matter in that regard. So anyway, lakem, yitain Adonahu lakem ot. Therefore, he, the Most High himself, will give to you all a sign. The young woman is impregnated, right? Then it says what? It says what after that? I'll write it out. Sorry, right? It says Wayo ledet bain, right? With kwarat Shemo, all right? Emmanuel. Now, what's going on here? Politically, you had the northern kingdom of Israel teamed up with the Arameans to fight against the southern kingdom of Judah. Ahaz, king of Judah, was afraid, so he wound up trying to take counsel from the king of Assyria. And Isaiah the prophet asked him of a sign, or asked Ahaz if he wanted a sign from the Most High. Ahaz, all in the scriptures, mind you, said that he didn't want to ask the Most High of a sign. It says, therefore, Yah himself, the Most High himself, will give you a sign. Behold, the young woman, not virgin, okay, has conceived and is giving birth to a son. She is already probably perhaps in her second or third trimester. All right? So in other words, past the third month, right? Wayoledet bain. Now, the Hebrew word, we know yeled, yod, lamed, and dalet means child. And yalda means what? Female child. So yeled is boy or lad, and yalda is girl or lass, L-A-S-S. All right, so I just want that to be noted. So when it says wayoledet, present tense, yoled, yoledet, yoledim, yoldot. All right, and is giving birth, because the Hebrew word hiwaled, okay, when you look up that from walad, another word for child, C-H-I-L-D, is walad. Lamed, pardon me, wal, lamed, dalet. That also means child. The Hebrew word hiwaled means to give birth. All right, so wayoledet bain, and is giving birth to what? A bain, a son. All right, what kwarat shimo Emmanuel. And this says what? With kwarat shemo, all right, Emmanuel. Now let's expound upon this. We remember the word kwara, kuf, resh, and aleph, right? That means what? To call. We went over this before with the word quiria in like lesson 16. But anyway, kwarat, and you will call. Remember, kwarat is the feminine you called. Kwarati, I called. Kwarata, you called when speaking to a male. Kwarat, you called when speaking to a female. All right, so now you have this wow that says, whoa, kwarat. Now this wow, we remember, was the wow consecutive, making the past future and the future past. So kwarat, meaning you called. What kwarat means, and you will call, when speaking to a female. That's how you know Isaiah was speaking to more than just one person. What kwarat, this is the feminine singular. It doesn't say kwarata. Shemo Emmanuel. In other words, if you go on your own time in Isaiah, right, it tells you that he and his children are signs from the Most High. When you go to Isaiah chapter 8. So Emmanuel being born was called that by his mother. But Mehar Shalal Hashbaz, when you read in Isaiah 8, verse 3 and 4, is what the father Isaiah named him. The spoiler, praiseth the spoil. Go to Isaiah 8 and 3, so I won't sit there misquoted. All right, the spoiler hasteneth and the prey fleeth. But I just want this to be read. All right, Isaiah chapter 8. All right, we're going to start in verse 3 and in verse 4. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Then I went to the prophets, and she conceived and bore a son. Then Jehovah said to me, call his name
Mehar Shalal Hashbaz.
For before the child shall have knowledge to cry, my father and my mother, the riches of Damascus, and the spoils of Samaria will be taken away before the king of Assyria.
So I just want that to have been read. So when it says Mahal Shalal Hashbaz, which means what? The spoiler hasteneth and the prey fleeth. The spoiler is the Assyrians. The prey, it was the northern kingdom of Israel, fleeth. Because they were, in one case, running from the Assyrian army, like King Hosea attempted to do. All right, so I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions or comments concerning what we went over in this part right here? All right, so going over this once again, Isaiah 7:14. One of the key words to point out is the fact that it doesn't say Betula as in virgin, like many Bibles have. It says the Hebrew word ha'alma, which means a young woman. All right, this young woman, hara, she has already been impregnated. All right, so I just want this to be noted. Ha'alma hara, the young woman has conceived. Right? Wayoledet bain, and is present tense, giving birth, bain, to a son. Wakwarat, he now turns and talks to the female. You shall call his name Shemo, his name Emmanuel. This is why you may not see one of either Isaiah or Ahaz's sons named by the father as Emmanuel, because this Kwarat is the feminine singular. The mother named him that, whereas Isaiah was told by the Most High to name his child after he had went into the prophetess, taking you back in history, then bringing you up currently, and so forth and so on. Name this child Nahar Shalal Hashbaz. The spoiler hasteneth, the prey fleeth. So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right. The next thing we're going to deal with, all right, is, as stated, biblical aspect. And we want to fit in with time allotted some aspects of what is referred to as the Hitpael stem. All righty there. So let's move on. We had previously, right, went over the fact of rakats as wash and the qual, and hit rachet then being in the hitpael, meaning what? To wash oneself. Okay, we went over that particular aspect. Next thing, okay, we want to sit there and get into in this particular aspect is, as stated, looking at my notes I set aside. Okay. Let's explain this for edification purposes. This word here, this word we're going to deal with. This word right here says the word Tanakh. All right? This is an acronym. Torah. All right? Nabi, I know I'm writing it down, but Nabi'im, all right? Ketubim. Tanakh, it's an acronym as stated. There are people out there saying that the word Tanakh in Hebrew coming from the Egyptian word Ankh. You can't be serious. Because the word Tanakh is not a Hebraic word. It's a Hebraic acronym. The word Tanakh does not formulate in from a verb or so forth. So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. It's an acronym, all right, from the words as stated. Torah, that's how you get the T right here. Nibi'im, okay, get the noon right here. Ketubim, writings, so you got the kaf, all right, koto, all right, so you got law, prophets, and writings. Tau, noon, kaf. Tau, noon, in this case, kaf, sofi. Law, prophets, writings. It's an acronym. The word Tanakh does not come from the Egyptian word Ankh. You can't be serious. If that is some of the most pseudo aspect, I don't know what to call that. But that's the Facebook world where they don't critique you on your scholarship. You can't be serious, people, but some are. So we're going to continue on, all right, in this particular aspect. And any questions? Because that's important. But are there any questions or comments? Ketubim, all right, good. A question in the past 10 weeks. Thank you. The word Ketubim means writings. All right? So just want that to be noted for edification purposes. The word, all right, Ketubim means writings. No, Torah is a Hebrew word. I'm saying Tanakh is a Hebrew acronym. It's not like you could take the root word Tanakh is coming from such and such, because it's an acronym. Like Maccabee is an acronym. All right? All right, so I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Next we got is grammar aspect. All right. Does anybody remember how to say book? Say fair. Sorry about that. Say fair means book. All right. Sefarai al hashulchan. What does the word shulchan mean? Anybody? It's too far for me. Yeah, what does the word shulchan mean? Anybody? It means table. All right? Now, I want to point this part right here. Al means on or about. Sefarai, my books. The word sapir means to tell. Sipura means story. Separai, my books are, A-R-E is not a Hebrew word, so is A and R understood. I-S, which is A by itself, and A-R-E, which is R, already understood in Hebrew. All right? Sefarai, my books are on the table. All right? So I just want that to be noted. If you wanted to also say, you can say Sefarai hem al hashulchan. My books, they are on the table. All right? So just want that to be noted for reason and purposes. We have the next grammatical aspect. All right? I'm going to put this sentence right here. All right? So we have questions, comments so far about this particular aspect? All right, thank you. We have this. The Hebrew word here, mik la'ah. Does anybody know what mik la'ah means? Anyone? Mik la'ah? It's the Hebrew word meaning braid, like you're braiding your hair. All right? Mik la'ah becomes what? Mik la'ot, plural. All right? I'm sorry? Huh? No, that's a whole nother aspect. Mik la'ot. If you want to say, that's the word for braids itself. If you want to talk about you braiding your hair, you got to look up the word kwala, which means to twist, okay?
What exactly does he teach? Like fringes?
I'm going to deal with that after I finish this. Thank you for the question. Mik la'ah, mik la'ot. All right? Now, here we saying this, right? We have beged. Anybody remembers what this means? Garment. Then we have begadim. All right? Meaning garments, plural. All right? So, next we got, I'm going to erase this and formulate this in its aspect to get some kind of sentences done, all right? Mikla'ota is like this. Or mikla'otehas, actually. Mikla'oteha. This right here, if you remember from like lesson 5, shows it to be what? The feminine plural in a noun. All right? Mik la'oteha. Her braids. All right? U begadeha. Begadeha. her clothes. Her braids and her clothes. What am I pointing out? When a word begins with the bet, and all right, and you're starting it with by saying the prefix of the word and, whether or not the bet has a shawah or not. All right, we have a bet or a mem. The and sound is not wa, begadeha, or we, begadeha. It's u, begadeha. Baruch Hashem, shel Yahuwah, who no taint lekem u mayim gam. Bread and water, lekem u mayim. It had also been a bet, u begadim. All right, u begadeha. So when we're showing this word here meaning and, u or wa or we, when the beginning is a bet or a mem, you make it the u and not the we or the wa. All right, are there any questions about that? Be it plural or singular. All right, u miklaoteha, u begadeha, u memeha. Just using that as an example. All right, so are there any questions about what we're talking about? All right, now I'm going to conclude with the time allotted. I want to conclude, Toda, with the time allotted. Somebody had asked me about the word zit. All right, so we can go over that particular aspect. Okay. By the way, when we read about Samson's locks, it's just that. It's Shebab Nachlafot, which means 7 locks, not 7 braids. Samson did not have braids. Samson had locks. Okay? So there's a distinction in Hebrew, all right, Toda, between braids and locks. Now, we're going to continue on in this particular aspect. And it says this, all right? Z. All right? This word means fringe. All right? Now, this is the word that's used when you go into the book of Numbers chapter 15. All right? Now, the plural of that word is ziyot, not zitzitot, okay? Just so you know. Ziyot. All right? So it can be noted, for edification purposes. The word means fringe. All right? Now, when you're showing this plural, believe it or not, the wow becomes between the yod and the tau that's there. All right? So it's not zitzitot. It's zitziyot. All right? So the word itself, as stated, means fringe. And fringes, it's zitziyot. All right? All right? Zitziyotai would mean my fringes. Zitziyoteha, her fringes. Zitziyotaiwa, his fringes. All right? Zitziyotenu, our fringes. All right? So I just want that to be noted. Zityi would mean my fringe. All right? I want to spell that part out. If you just want to say it for that aspect. Zityi. All right? I know this may seem a little weird. Would mean my fringe. So it can be noted for edification purposes. All right? So we're going to continue on with the particular time allotted. Now, when you go in Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 12, it uses this particular word. It uses this particular word, and that's this. Matter of fact, let me get to the scriptures because it's either digalim or gidelim. I want to make sure I'm correct because it doesn't use the same word. No. In Deuteronomy chapter 22, Torah, verse 12, and it says the following in the English: "You shall make yourselves twisted threads on the 4 corners of your garment with which you cover yourself." The Hebrew says, "Gedelim ta'aseh laka al arba kanfot kisuta asher tikaseba." All right. So in that particular aspect, we're dealing with what? This word right here. Gedelim. All right. which means twisted cord. It comes from the Hebrew word gedil. The word gedil means to twist or to bind together. All right, so gedilim is the same word that is used in the book of Kings when it describes how the curtain of the Solomon's temple was. So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. All right, are there any questions about what we're talking about? All right, are there? So Deuteronomy. All right, so in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 12, it says what again? Gedelim ta'aseh laka al arba kan fot kesutka asher tekaseba. So we got what? Kesutka. Your covering. Kesutka. Your Y-O-U-R, like shalom ka, your peace. Kesutka, your covering. Because the word from it in root is kasa. A lamed hey verb meaning to cover. So kesutka asher tekase. Tekase means you will cover in a PL verb step. We'll deal more with that next week in that regard. All right, so in closing, giving honor and praise to the creator, maker of heaven and earth. All right, for those interested, this book is available on Amazon, Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68. All right, this book also is available on Amazon, and it has Hebrew knowledge within each of them. So contact me, 908-587-4841. Once again, that's 908-587-4841. And we're going to close out right now. All right? Hallelujah. 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 Okay. Chief, Tom Sheik now.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All give glory unto the King, the power, honor, possessor of all things and everything. We give you glory and thank you for all the blessings we give. Not all that are coming. And thank you for blessing Maurice Child, for blessing us with his words, his sound, and his power. With his wisdom and his knowledge and his understanding, even with our language. May he bless the people that's online paying attention to be able to learn, to be able to even teach it one day. May he bless the house of Shema Yisrael, even blessing a place where we are able to teach the people. Thank you for all things and everything, even for another day.
Amen.
All glory to Yah. The power of Abraham, the power of Yitzchak, the power of Yaakov. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah.